Moving on, cases of tummy troubles are on the rise across the U.S., and that is making some people wonder if COVID-19 is responsible. Brandon Lewis from our National Verify team explains why norovirus might be responsible for your upset stomach.
Norovirus, or the stomach flu, is a catch-all for a number of viruses that can upset your stomach. The illness typically comes on suddenly with nausea or diarrhea and lasts for a day or two. We've seen a decline in cases since the pandemic began. Now, WebMD says norovirus outbreaks have risen dramatically since January 2022. Other headlines also claim cases are on the rise, especially after the Food and Drug Administration reported more than 24 people in Washington state got sick from norovirus after eating contaminated oysters. So let's verify. Have norovirus outbreaks increased in the U.S.? Our sources are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the FDA, and Dr. Paul Auerter, Clinical Director of the Infectious Diseases Division at Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine. Norovirus is highly contagious, and the CDC says it spreads when someone comes into direct contact with an infected person, eats or drinks contaminated food, or touches a contaminated surface and then puts their hands in their mouth. Outbreaks happen when there are two or more similar illnesses resulting from a common exposure to norovirus. They can occur at any time, but are more common during the winter months. From August 2020 through March 2021, the CDC tracked 78 norovirus outbreaks. From August 2021 through March 2022, the CDC tracked 448 outbreaks, nearly 6 times more outbreaks than a year earlier.
People are generally interacting more regularly. They're going out to restaurants, visiting other homes, which perhaps they didn't do in past years, even with the Omicron surge. So this could be a contributing factor.
So it's true, norovirus outbreaks have increased in the U.S., although this needs some important context. While the CDC is tracking more outbreaks, we're still far below pre-pandemic levels. Previously, the agency reported about 2,500 outbreaks a year. Doctors say the easiest way to protect yourself is by eating properly cooked foods and washing your hands often. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.